going to be an emotional roller coaster, but somehow I'm going to get through it.
Former Olympic athlete Bruce Jenner's secret officially revealed. Tonight, Jenner shared his story with the world as he transitions to become a woman.
Well, the story resonates with transgender individuals right here in Asheville, and tonight, some are sharing their stories with us.
News 13's Kimberly King joins us with this special report. Kim?
Darcel, these are important stories to hear. They are individuals who I found all very comfortable and most importantly happy in their own skin. That's despite facing a lifetime of discrimination and often bullying. Now their hope is for you to take a moment in your life to hear their stories and get a better understanding of who they are.
My name is Basil Soper. I'm 28 years old and I'm a transgender man.
Basil, who lives in Asheville, was assigned female at birth, but at just 5 years old, he vividly recalls this memory.
I was on my way to baseball practice, and I was walking with my dad and told him that I was a boy, and he disagreed. I felt embarrassed, I felt shamed.
Raised in rural South Carolina by parents who drank and abused drugs, Basil's identity took a backseat to more serious fears of just making it through to adulthood. He remembers puberty as a very difficult time, developing breasts he lived with for decades.
Yeah, I had top surgery, and that was a huge relief and something that was really spectacular for me and has changed my life.
Basil brave to speak out, willing to talk about his relationship with his girlfriend, 26-year-old JOHANNA Case.
I feel really loved by her and supported by her.
I feel really lucky to be in a relationship where I feel really understood and loved by somebody. Like, clearly there's some differences in dating a trans person. Interestingly enough, well, maybe it's actually not that surprising, but that Basil is probably the most solidly masculine person that I've ever dated.
Someone else who felt strongly about transitioning is YVONNE Cook Riley.
In my childhood, I lived a secret. I lived that duality of illusion.
YVONNE showed us photos of her as a man before she transitioned.
With this picture, I was again back in the lie. I was back in the illusion that was socially acceptable at the time.
Raised near Chicago, YVONNE has been a leader for decades, advocating for transgender rights, helping get the T in the acronym LGBT. She also has a vivid memory of the first time friends helped her dress as a woman.
This photograph represents my tipping point. This is where I realized after looking at this photograph and seeing it, that I no longer could exist in that male identity that I had.
YVONNE, like so many transgender individuals, went through tremendous stress contemplating the change.
Today, we are blessed with towns like Asheville, North Carolina, that has such diversity and such openness to those people who are going through these transitions.
35-year-old Tuesday Farrell identifies not as a man or woman, but somewhere in between.
I identify as a genderqueer person. When people are referring to me, I prefer that they say they, them, and theirs, or he, him, and his when talking about me.
But when going out on the town, Tuesday does the feminine thing.
I carry a purse. Yeah, it's convenient.
Tuesday is a proud member of Asheville's transgender community, choosing to be part of this story to empower struggling gender identity youth who often may contemplate suicide. Tuesday and Basil and YVONNE all hope to be seen as human beings with hearts and feelings. YVONNE shows us a necklace she's kept close for years with two hands, one masculine, one feminine. Between them,
there is a rose. And it reminds me of the beauty of the journey of having to make peace between my masculine side and my feminine side. But what you don't see is the thorns that are in the rose that are pressing continuously in my hands to also remind me of the pain that that journey represents.
Many transgender individuals end up working several jobs to make ends meet because there is still a lot of bias and judgment. The individuals we spoke to say none of the 3 main homeless shelters will take in transgender people needing help in Asheville. Still, there are support groups and help We have a list of them for you. Just go to newslinks at WLOS.com. We'll be right back.